Yo, so I don't know if you guys heard, but right now there's a huge data breach that happened. If you ever went to a job interview, had to do a background check at any moment in time, information was just leaked on the dark web. So in this video, I'm going to tell you exactly what happened with the data breach, how to protect yourself from being impacted from this data breach, and I'm going to tell you how to take advantage of this data breach. All right, but before we go any further, make sure you guys like this video, subscribe to the channel. Now, if you don't know, I'm Mr. Ivy League Wealth. I am the owner of Ivy League Wealth, the credit repair company. I specialize in credit, helping people go from 500 credit scores to 700 credit scores, and then leveraging credit to get access to business funding. On this channel, we're going to talk about all the gems, all the walkthroughs, all the step-by-step game that I can give you to help you improve your own credit score without needing the help of a credit repair specialist. Now, the fact, the only reason why you should pay a credit repair specialist is if you don't want to do the work yourself. And believe me, I'm here to help you out. You feel me? So let's get right into it. So new claims, new lawsuits have been dropped claiming that a hacker group called USDOD has infiltrated or exfiltrated the National Public Database, stealing over 2.7 billion people's identifying information, just like social securities, addresses, phone numbers, relatives. The information is out there. They have access to it now. See, the thing about this happened back in April 2024, right? Just a few months ago. And when the hackers did this, they didn't believe that it was a real situation because the hackers had put it up for ransom for about $3.5 million. No, 3.7 million dollars, right? This ransom was not paid. You feel me? Me, if I was the company owner and somebody threatened some shit like that, and then they did their research and they said that the evidence that they were finding was pretty much accurate on what was being claimed with this ransom, right? But they didn't do nothing about it. Anyway, they didn't pay the ransom. The hackers released the information for free out to the dark web. So now our information is out there for all the scammers and everybody to take advantage of. And now they can go take out all these car loans and loans in our names and shit like that. It's kind of fucked up for me. Especially if you're a big company like that. You're making millions, bro. Like, why wouldn't you just pay this little money just in case? You know what I mean? But that's just me. I don't own a big ass company like that. My shit is pretty decent. So anyway, like I was saying, so the hackers got access to this information. They put it up for ransom to give it back. Of course, we know there's a caveat with that. But the ransom wasn't paid. The information got leaked to the dark web. So socials and all this other personal information is out there for the grabs. Right now, there's nothing that anybody can really do about it. But they are investigating the situation. There has been a lawsuit filed. I don't know how we'll be getting compensated for the lawsuit. I've seen a couple rumors, but I'm not going to talk about them on this video just because they haven't been validated just yet. So right now, there isn't a database for you to go check, just like the Equifax data breach that happened a few years ago, 2017, I think, how you can put your number in the system and it'll show you if you've been impacted or not. That has not been created for this instance yet. I'm sure it will in the future, but 2.7 billion people, I would just say that you're part of that equation, right? It's a slim chance that you didn't get hit. And the thing about it is, you might not know you've been hit until you get hit. So in reality, it's only a matter of time before somebody actually tries you. You might not ever see it, but it's only a matter of time before they get down to your name on this list, 2.7 billion people, and they run your credit for all kind of different things. So to protect yourself, there's a couple of different things that you can do, right? One route is going to be setting a credit alert on your credit profile. Now you can contact any credit bureau, any big 3 credit bureaus, and ask for a credit alert, and they'll be kind enough to pretty much send a message out to the other 2 bureaus to have them do the same thing. Now with this credit alert, it's going to pretty much block anybody outside from trying to run your credit without the lenders doing a proper investigation on identifying this person as who they are. This is a situation where they might call you. Even though on the website they say that they will call a certain number to verify who you are. What if they have a wrong number from your credit profile and then they start asking all these questions like where was your mom born, or what street was this? Hackers would already have this information because they have everything about you, right? Keep in mind, the National Public Database was a database that held past information, deep information about each one of us. That's why they go to these people to do the actual background checks, to check for shit that you don't see on a regular background check or you can't check yourself. All right, so they have that information in there. So why wouldn't a hacker be able to answer you these questions without no problem? I say, so this credit alert is going to prevent that, but that's one way to do it, and it is a free service, and it does last, I think, a year, maybe 2 years, but you have to renew this service for sure. So that's route number 1. Route number 2 is going to be a credit freeze. A credit freeze is going to stop you and anybody else from running your credit. I mean, you can't even do it without calling ahead of time to get the freeze removed. Now, to get the freeze added to your credit profile, it's fairly simple and it's fairly quick. You will call each individual credit bureau, Equifax, TransUnion, Experian, go to their automated phone service situation and set the credit freeze up. Now, when you set this credit freeze up, it's going to take effect immediately. But before you go and run your application for anything that you're trying to get approved for, you're going to want to call each individual bureau to get this removed. This step might actually take a little bit longer, especially if you have to get to a representative over the phone to verify your identity, right? So now you have to navigate through the automated phone service to see what number you need to press to get to a live representative, and then they have to press the button to get the lip removed. Now, sometimes it can lift in 15 minutes. Problem is, it might take you 20 to 30 minutes to get to a person, or 2 or 3 phone calls to get to a person to get the lift removed off your credit profile. To me, that is a hassle. And you need to apply for any kind of product like a mortgage or auto loan or credit card. You want to remove the lift at least the day before. If you remove the lift at least the day before, it gives the credit bureaus time to get the lift removed, and you can go and apply for what you're trying to apply for. But we talked about the credit freeze, and we talked about the credit alert, security alert, setting up a credit monitoring site. For me, I use Identity IQ. Identity IQ has worked for me for the past, 7 or 8 years. It is a 24-hour monitoring system that notifies you anytime that your information is being leaked on the dark web or has been tried to be used on the dark web. This service is going to monitor not only your credit report, not only your credit score, but different things that's inside the dark web, SSN traces, and things like that the traditional credit monitoring services like Equifax, TransUnion, Experian, that they don't monitor. Now, Identity IQ also comes with $1 million identity theft protection plan. Comes with your subscription, so that way, if you are a victim of identity theft, you can file a claim. Now, there are specific processes to filing your claim, but all you have to do is go to the website and read the terms and conditions. Figure that out. It's going to be pretty simple. I'm not going to go over that in this video for sure. Identity IQ does cost. If you set it up, there's a link in the description that I put down here. It's going to be $1 trial for 7 days, and then it's $27 a month. For me, it's very valuable. Okay, all my clients use it. I use it. My family uses it. I love it. If I'm sitting at the car dealership trying to apply for a car or try to get a credit card online, as soon as I hit that submit, I'm going to be notified immediately of this credit inquiry. You feel me? So if you were a victim of identity theft, if you got it notified immediately, all it is calling the number that's associated with the inquiry and tell them, hey, this is unauthorized. I do not approve of this application or this purchase, and call it a day, go through the process and get it closed out. So and then you can file your claim and get you some money back from the damages. For me, I love Identity IQ. It is very helpful. It does monitor a lot of different things. I'm getting notifications all the time, even if I need to change some passwords because my password has been used so many times on the web. They're going to let me know for sure. So even if I was going to set up a credit freeze, I would still set up Identity IQ, because the credit freeze is going to stop them, but I would never know if somebody even had my identity for me to even be on, or even higher alert to be a subject of attack. You feel me? So if you're going to do the credit freeze, consider doing Identity IQ as well. Now let's talk about how to take advantage of the situation. So we all know how credit works, right? The only way to remove an item is if it's unverifiable or inaccurate. So with this whole identity theft situation, that's going to leave a lot of room for you to go ahead and get your disputes in, because now the credit bureaus are going to kick up staff to handle all the identity theft claims, and they're going to start pushing disputes out and start granting deletions off credit profiles, because now it's a big issue because everybody's information has been leaked. So now is the time to take advantage of that, because there's going to be an influx and the credit bureaus are going to be so busy that your disputes are going to just get thrown into another pile. Because remember, it's not an actual person reading these letters, right? It's all computer generated. The computer is going to identify certain words or certain terms to identify where that letter should go and how it should be processed. It's called the eOscar system. You feel me? So when you send your disputes in, especially with millions of letters coming in, billions of letters coming in for identity theft, and they're going to start deleting a bunch of accounts off your credit profile. To sum it up, the data breach is real. Even if later on they say that it was a scam or if it was a hoax, would you even believe that? There is no real solution for it right now, but you can protect yourself. Set up a credit alert, credit freeze, monitor your credit. Those are 3 of the biggest things that you can do right now to protect yourself from the data breach. And if you need help restoring your credit, for more tips, for more exams, make sure you guys follow me on Instagram. I put the link in the description down here. Make sure you guys join my free group. The link is also down here. I give away all the game for free, y'all. Just no fluff. This is all, I don't know. I'm just here to help. Tap in.